session. Yes. Right. So if there is anyone who haven't told me what are the incorrect uh, answers of the MCQ paper, so now it's the time, right? So I have taken some of your answers, and we have finished discussing until the 10th question. So if anyone is here who haven't gave me the incorrect answers, just let me know so we can go for it, right? Okay, so yeah, it's the 13th question that you have asked from me, so as the incorrect one. So I'm going to the 13th one straight away. Yeah, so the 13th one is talking about some extensions. So the question is, consider the following name extensions: A ODT, B DOCX, C DOC, and D RTF. Yeah, all these things uh, are word processing software types, right? Because ODT stands for Open Document Text. DOCX, it is the new version, like after 2007, Word documents are saved from that particular extension, DOCX. Like before 2007 version, Word documents were saving with the DOC extension, and RTF is the rich text format. So rich text format, it is a format that can be read by many different word processing softwares, right? So when you are saving a one, you can save those things. Okay, Vihan's, yeah, Hasna, I'm taking yours, 15, 16, 32, and 40, okay? 16, 32, and 40. Right. Okay, so the answer is going to be, yeah, the answer is going to be everything. All A, B, C, and D, which of the above are valid for files created using word processing software? It's going to be all. Right? So fourth is the answer for the 13th question. Then the 15th, which of the following icon in word processing software can be used to search for text in document? That's an easy one. This is the one, right? So this is the very first one is called the format painter, where you need to copy the formatting from one particular place to another, right? And next one, it's the cut icon. And the third one is the one which we can retrieve the what we call the punctuation marks and all these things, like the where we have applied the enter, where we have applied the tab. So the things which are not being indicated by a symbol, we can be displayed by using this particular icon, right? Api space එකක් තිබ්බම අපිට space එකනේ පේන්නේ, enter කරාම enter කියලා විශේෂ symbol එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ. tab කරාම we can't see, right? Indent කරාම, so those things will be shown by this particular symbol when we click on this, right? And name for that particular symbol, let me get it from here. yeah, it's show and hide, right? And it shows you some things then yeah, if we have a document like this, if I press on this, it will show where the place I have entered, right? ළඟට space එකක් තියලා තියෙන එක මේ විදිහට මෙතන පෙන්නනවා, right? Let me magnify it and show it to you. Yeah, like this. So මේ P අකුර වගේ කළු පාටින් දකින්න හම්බෙන enters වලට space එකට මේ විදිහට දකින්න හම්බෙනවා, right? So likewise. Okay. Right. So the answer is going to be the fourth one for the 15th and 16th. Yeah, 16th is saying consider the following sentence related to the presentation software. Slide transition are the visual movement as one slide change to another. Then make a ගොඩක් අය පොඩ්ඩක් පටල ගන්නවා ඒක නිසා හරියට ඔලුවට දාගන්න. So the slide transition means changing from one slide to another slide. That's why we call it transit. It's been transition. Right? So slide transition are the visual movements as one slide changes to another, which is a correct one. This is correct. Animations are visual effects applied to individual items on a slide. It is. So like when you are using the presentation software, you can have a square and you can give an animation to that particular square to appear, to emphasize, and to exit, right? And so that is correct as well. Voice recording can be recorded and included in a presentation. Yes, we can record it and include in the presentation. So if you take the presentations, so like the PowerPoint, and when you move to the insert, there is media, and in the audio, right, you can see audio on my PC, and you can take record audio as well, right? So you can retrieve whatever the audio which is recorded by you. So like lively record and insert it to it, or something which is already in your PC, right? So the third one is also correct. So the answer is going to be all A, B, C. 20th is the next one. Consider the following HTML statement. In case if you need anything to be discussed in between, just let me know, right? Doesn't matter. So the 20th, it says, consider the following HTML statement. So DL, DT, and DDs are there. So this is definitely going to be a definition list, right? So definition list is going to be on the format. You will be having the title like this. And the description, definition description, will be a little bit indented. So you have a DT over here and DT over here. So that means you are going to have titles in two different ways like this. And in between, there will be definition descriptions. So this should be the format, and no any symbols is going to come for that particular point. So second one is going to be the answer, right? So this is the only list which is differ from the ordered list and the unordered list format. So DL stands for definition list, DT stands for definition title, DDE stands for definition data, right? So on that, the second one is going to be the answer. So the 21st, consider the following HTML statement for creating a table. So when creating a table in HTML, it means we need to use the table tag, and to create a row, we need to use tr, and create cells inside it, we can use td and th. Th stands for table heading, td stands for table data. So table heading again, it will give in a pre-formatted one, which will be like bolded and center aligned, right? But in this in this example, center alignment is not happens in anywhere, right? So what's the answer for the 21st? Without center alignment, if we go for the other things, so it's going to be, so they say table border 1, so you should display the border. Everything is displaying the border, so it is correct. They have how many TRs? There is one TR couple over here, and there is another TR couple over here. And here it has another TR couple, and this is another TR couple. So it means you should have 4 lines, right? And the only table that we can see as 4 lines is in 1, but it can be deceiving since they have used this row span. So row span means a row will be added together, right? So there are 2 separate concepts called row span and col span. So if you take a table like this, row span is done on this manner. මේ දෙන්නම එකක් විදිහට පේනවා row span කරොත්, right? col span කරොත් මේ දෙන්නම එකක් විදිහට පේනවා. So you can give the values, how many rows are going to be spanned, right? So it is starting from this particular point, will go down for row span. Starting from this particular point, will go left to the col span in a particular row or a particular column, right? So this is called row span because the effect is happens to a row. Rows දෙකක් තමයි එතෙන්ද එකතු වෙන්නේ. And this will call col span because the effect happens to a column, right? So the effects I'm telling, right? So the way it is using, I'll illustrate you how those things are going to happen. So this is called row span. This is called col span. Right now, if we take the example in here, they say table border equals 1. So table will be there with the border. And it says TR. So by saying TR, it will create a table row, the first row. And it says TH name, TH telephone number. So there are 2 THs. That means 2 columns will be there. So definitely, like we can suspect it's going to be first or the third because the second one is having 3 columns, but according to these, it's going to be 2 column one, right? So here you are going to find the name. Here you are going to find the telephone number, right? I haven't wrote the entire thing because I'm like limited with the room. So then the next TR is there. So that means another row will create, and 2 TDs are there, Gunaratna and some telephone number. So it will be as in the table format, and this will say Gunaratna and some numbers will be there. So it appears Gunaratna appears here, but inside this table, this particular column is spanned with the Gunaratna. මොකද මෙතන cells දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට ගුණරත්න කෙලින් ඉන්න cell එකේ තමයි මේ 011555777 කියන number එක තියෙන්නේ. And in front of the other cell, it has the 71 now. So ගුණරත්නට පහලින් තියෙන එක ගුණරත්නත් එක්ක merge කරලා තියෙන්නේ, span කරලා තියෙන්නේ. But there is nothing said about this spanning a row inside the second TR. ගුණරත්නව span කරනවා නම් මෙන්න මේ කොටස should be inside here. මේ TD එක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා. එතකොට තමයි ගුණරත්න ගාව ඉඳලා පහළට තව row එකක් span වෙන්නේ. row span දෙකයි කියලා කියන්නේ. එතකොට the cell which is existing and the next cell to the down. So two cells will be spanned along a column. So the row span happens that manner. So for that reason, we can directly cut down the first one. So we can think the answer is going to be the third one. So let's see. So Gunratna something like this. Then in the next TR, so that means another TR will be there. And it says TD row span 2. So that means this cell is going to be formatted like this. ඔන්න ඔහොම වෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ පහළ cell එකත් එයා උදුර ගන්නවා. Right? So this is going to be who? Somasundaram. දැන් ඒක මේ cell දෙකම එයා occupy කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So the next telephone number will be there. Right? Which is this one. And they are talking about another row. So a row එක දැනටමත් භාගයක් අල්ලගෙන ඉන්නේ උඩ TR එකකින්. So they can't talk about this particular row because it is belongs to the previous row now because it is merged. So the next cell will be created using this TD. So in that you are going to find another telephone number. So which gives the format of the third table. Right, people just confirm me whether you got this or not. Right, great. How about others? Right. Okay. So the answer is going to be the third one. Right. So then the 22nd, which of the following HTML tag combination allowed to add a row in a table? So which is very easy. It's TR and the closing tag of TR, the first one. Right. So then it's the 24th. There is nothing called CR kind of things. TH stands for table header. TD stands for table data. Right? Okay. So moving to the 24th. Right. In question number 24, they say consider the following assignment statement in a program segment which are executed in the given order. Right. Content of day and today after execution of the above three statements are respectively. Yeah. So when the assignment is happening, what's happened to the computer, what's happened to the memory is when they declare a variable and give a value inside the memory, it will allocate some space for that variable and label it from the variable name. And then it will hold the value which is given to that particular variable. So from the very first line, day equal 40. So inside the memory, they will create a space and label it as day and holds 14. So from the second line, it's another variable. So they will have another space and name it as today, and we'll be having 18. So the third one is the tricky one. They says assign today to day. So today's value will be assigned to the day. So today's value is 18. It is going to assign to the day. So that means this 14 will be replaced with an 18. So the question asks, like, what will be the contents of day and today after execution of the three statements? So both are going to be 18 and 18, which is going to be the fourth answer. Right? So let me take the marking scheme. Yeah, for the 24th, they say the fourth answer, right? Okay. So moving forward in 25th, it's a database question. They said to consider these three tables, and it is asking what is the most suitable data type for the unit price in book table. So like book table is having book ID, book name, quantity, and unit price. So they're asking what is the most suitable data type for the unit price, in book table. So now if you think about the unit price, it stays as a number, right? So there is no particular clue to have it as a currency. If we give a currency, it's going to be shown as uh, it's going to be a value with decimal places, right? So this is going to be either number or text, because we don't have any clue to say this is going to be a number anyway, right? Like it must be a number. It can be a number or it can be a text as well, because in the text you can type the numbers. So definitely it's not going to be the date. So since they are asking most suitable, yeah, we can go for the number. Let me see the answer that they have given. 25th, it's going to be 1 and 3. 1 and 3, yes. But yeah, it's going to be 1 and 3 means they have taken currency or number, but someone can argue it can be a text as well, because there is no rule that numbers are going to be center aligned, right? So you can have the unit price as a text and have the numbers inside it, no matter. But still, since they are asking most suitable data type, so it's better you go with 1 or 3, right? So it will be either currency or number, right? So that is why 25th is given 1 or 3 as the answers. All right, people, did you got everything so far? Right, great. Okay, people, just a second. Right. Yeah. So then we are going to move to the question number 31. So 31. Yes. Now, an image having the size of 1 inch into 1 inch with resolution of 72 ppi. So would consist of, so 72 ppi means 72 pixels per inch. So it is easy now. They are talking about 1 into 1 size space. So by this it says there are 72 pixels per inch. So if you consider this little square is as a pixel, so it's going to be 72 pixels on this, like onto one side of 1 to 1 square, right? Again, you are going to have another 72 in here. Pixels. So if this is a pixel, so there will be 72 pixels horizontally and 72 pixels vertically, right? So the size is going to be, so it is as an image having the size of 1 with the resolution ppi would consist of how many pixels? So 72 into 72 pixels, right? So it's going to be 5184. 72 into 72 is that මොකද ඒක අපිට calculation එක කරන්න නැතුවම guess එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. 70 into 70 is 4900. So it's something bigger than 4900. So 5184 is the only one which has the value which is bigger than the 4900, right? So the thing that you need to understand is, now ppi means pixels per inch. Pixels per inch කියලා කිව්වම they are not talking about a square inch, right? They are talking about inch එකක අංගලක ප්‍රමාණයක තියෙන pixels ගන්න, right? ඒක දැන් එතකොට අරගන්න ඔන්න ඔය වගේ රේඛාවක්, කියන්නේ බොහොම tiny line එකක්. ඒ line එකේ කොච්චර තියෙනවාද, right? So it's going to be 5184 as the answer. Let me check the answer. 34. Yeah, it's going to be the fourth one. Right. Got it? තේරුණාද ඒක හදපු විදිය? Right. Okay. So moving forward, 32nd. Which of the following can be least likely consequence of a virus infection in a computer system? Yeah, least likely consequences. Aduma හානි වීම තියෙන තැන, right? Corruption of data and information stored in the computer. Yeah, that can happen. This can happen. Damage to computer hardware. Yeah, that can happen. Like a least එක අහන නිසා අපි පොඩ්ඩක් යාව තියමු. Alteration of data and information stored in the computer. Yeah, that can happen. That can directly happen. Reduction of efficiency of the operation of the computer. Yeah, that can also happen. To make it most like the least likely ahana nisa, second one can be the answer, because to damage a hardware, then උදාහරණයක් විදිහට processor එක damage කරන්න try කරාට processor එක damage වෙන්නේ නැහැ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට. මොකද in the computer system then hardware එකක් damage වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ it is working like beyond their capabilities, right? ඒ කියන්නේ අපි හරියට අර දැන් මැෂින් එකක් හානි වෙන්නේ මොකක් වෙලාද? එයාව වැඩිපුර වැඩ කරනවා, right? එතකොට කොටස් ගෙවිලා නැත්නම් අපි කියන්නේ සමහර ලාට high voltage එකක් ආවම TV එකක් පිච්චෙනවා. So it is a කියන්නේ exceptional point. When it comes to the computer, where limits fine there is a mechanism to shut down the system. Power off. So they are doing that to save or to save the hardware components. Hardware components වලට හානි කරන්න තියෙන ඉඩ ගොඩක් remote. It can, but it is very remote, right? So for 30 seconds, what they have taken? Yeah, the second one. So that is the one we can take as the least likely consequence, right? So that is why they have gone with the second one. Okay, the 33rd, which of the following are appropriate measures in protecting a computer system from a virus infection? Okay, so paying greater attention to email attachment received. Yes, that can be taken. Taking care in the use of external storage device. Taking care in the use of external storage device. Yes. Taking care in the sense, yeah. Disabling the use of macro facility in software. Yeah, now it's a very controversial thing because macro facility is a needed facility. That is why it comes with the softwares. Now macro facilities, they are with the Office package in most of the cases, and macro means we can record some things that we have done, and we can repeat that task using a macro, right? Then word එක ඉතින් මොනහරි අකුරු මොකරි sentence එකක් type කරලා එයාව bold කරලා color එකක් දීලා size එක වෙනස් කරලා හදන දෙයක්, we can record it as a macro. So later we can run that macro just by clicking it. So the same thing is going to happen wherever the point we want, right? හිතන්නකො පළවෙනි පිටුවේ අපිට දාන්න ඕන දෙයක් document එකේ 10 වෙනි පිටුවේ ඒ විදිහටම දාන්න ඕන කියලා. Right? Not in all the pages. All the pages were දාන්න ඕන, we can use it in the headers, no? Headers or footers. But not like that. If it needs to, if it is repeating random, so then of course the better way is to have a macro. But disabling the use of macro facility in software will not execute anything without the knowledge of the user, right? So which will indirectly help to not to execute any virus kind of macros inside the software, but in other way it is a needed one, right? නමුත් මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ they will take this as a correct one, neither. As I remember, it's the last answer. Yeah, 33 is having the fourth one as the answer, which is not a very good answer, but we have to stick with the marking scheme at this point, right? So so we have to live with it, right? So it's the 33rd. They have taken the answer as the fourth. මම කියන්නේ A and B only කියලා දීලා තිබ්බත් ලකුණු දෙන්න තිබ්බා කියලා. Right, so moving to the 37th. Yeah, it is a programming related one. How many times will the following while loop execute? Yeah, so we have to hand trace this and see. They have done some spelling mistake at the end, but I don't think it is been taken to give all marks for that 37. No, they have given a proper answer. So let's see. So it says count equals 9. So as we know, we need to have a line for count, right? It is, the value is 9. So it says while count larger than or equal 3. So when it comes to the while loop, the condition should be true to go inside the while. So count is larger than 3. So it is correct. So count will be reduced by 2. So that means this will become 7, right? So that means one iteration has gone. And then since it is the only statement in the while loop, you at the end of the while loop, you have to go again to the top and check the condition. So it checks the count is larger than or equal 7. So it is larger than, so comes down again and reduce a 1, reduce 2. So it will become 5. Then goes up again and we'll check whether it is larger than or equal 3. So it is larger than, so it will reduce. So it will become 3. And we'll go again up and check. So it is 3. So 3 is not larger than but equal. So still it's true. So it will become 1. So then it goes and checks the condition is false. So you are not going to execute again. So how many loops are there? From 9 to 7, there will be one loop. From 7 to 5, there will be the second loop. From 5 to 3, this is the third loop. From 3 to 1, this is going to be the fourth loop. So it's going to be the second one. Then සමහර දරුවෝක වරද්ද ගත්තා නේද? count එක වෙනස් වෙලා එන වාර ගාන loops ගාන කියලා. loop එකකදී වෙන්නේ එකකින් එකකට මාරු වීම. right? එතකොට මුලින්ම තිබ්බ initial value එක අතාරින්න ඕනේ. right? Okay. So the second one is going to be the answer. Right? And yeah, you have asked 40th one as the next question. So the very last one. So it says consider the while loop and the repeat until loops given below. So the question is, what are the values of count A and count underscore B after completion of the execution of while and repeat until loops respectively? Yeah, let's see. So 40th one, so I'm going to take the while loop first. So count underscore A will be there. And it is saying 1 as the initial value. So it says while count underscore A less than or equal 10. So it is less than or equal 10. So it says add 2 to the count and it will goes back and check. So 1 will become 3, goes back and check. Still it is less than 10. So again add 2, goes back and check. Still it is less than 10. So goes back and check. So it will become 7. 7 and will goes back and check. Still it is less than 10. So it will become 9 and goes back and check. Still it is less than 10 and increase by 2 again. So it will become 11. Then go back and check the condition. So now it is false. So count A become 11 once it is being executed. So in the other hand, count underscore B. So anyway, the first answer and the second answer is disqualified because A is going to have 11. So these are not going to happen. So count B, the initial value is 1. It says repeat count B equals count B plus 2. So we know the repeat until loop is going to execute one time anyway because the condition is checked at the end of the loop. And then if the condition falls, it's going to repeat. So it says count B less than or equal 10. So count B is 1. 1 is less than or equal 10. So it is true. Hold on. I missed this thing. So count B equals 1 at the initial stage. So it will become 1. And then it says repeat. Then this happens for the very first time. So 1 will be added by a 2. So this will become 3. And it says until count B less than or equal 10. Right over here. So count B is 3. 3 is less than or equal 10, which is yes, which is true. So it is not going to repeat again and again, right? So it's going to be 3, but we can't find any answer like that. So maybe they will have, yeah, they have given all as the answer. It's due to this reason, right? 11 being captured, but not the 3, right? So for that reason, you can take any of the answers, so you can stay without answering any question. You will be getting the marks. Right, people, that will sum up the MCQ paper. So count and see how many out of 40. Right, so we are going to move to the second paper. Right, hari mata vinadiyak denna lamai. I need to drink some water. Then I'll come back. All right. So let's proceed. So the first question, a main road crosses two parallel railways, line X and Y. An alarm bell should ring when a train enters the danger area, right? On any of the lines from any direction, right? And it says, the truth table below is given to indicate the operation of the alarm bell. And in the note it says, now as P, the scenario P, a train has entered or not entered the danger area of line X. එතකොට railway lines දෙකක් තියෙනවා. So දෙකේම trains යන්න පුළුවන්. So a train can be there or cannot be there, right? Like a train can be entered using the railway line X or may not be, right? And in the queue it says a train has entered or not entered in the danger area of line Y. So P indicates line X, Q indicates line Y, right? State of the bell, which indicates by Z, bell is ringing is 1, bell is not ringing is 0. Then ඔය දේවල් ටික, so you have to remember specifically these 3 lines to fill up this truth table. Copy the above truth table to your answer script and fill the last column Z. So it's easy now. PE0 means a train is not being entered to the X line. QE0 means a train is not being entered to the Y line as well. So you don't need to ring the bell. මොකද range area එකට train එකක් මොන පැත්තෙන්වත් එන්නේ නැහැ නේ මොන line එකෙන්වත් මොන පැත්තෙන්වත් එන්නේ නැහැ. So you are not going to ring the bell, so your bell is not ringing, so 0 can be indicated. And when P is 0 means no train on the line X, Q is 1 is there is a train in the line Y, so bell should ring because line Y එකේ තියෙනවා කියන්නේ range area එකට enter වෙන්න පුළුවන්, right? So bell should ring. So in the very same way, in the third line, line X is going to have a train but not line Y. So then again bell should ring. 1 and 1 means both X and Y lines are having a train, so bell should ring again. So your output is going to be like this. So if you got it correctly, you are going to get 2 marks. In the second one, it says a basic rule in Boolean algebra. Okay, the rule can be proved using the logic circuit with 2 inputs or gates and not gate. Draw the relevant logic circuit diagram to illustrate the proof of the above rule. Yeah. They're asking draw the relevant logic circuit diagram to illustrate the above rule. Okay, yeah, you can do this because they are asking to draw a particular what we call. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, you can do this. So they are asking you to draw the diagram circuit to indicate this particular thing, x plus x bar. So you can simply take x line, right? You need x on one line and take the same line from the x and move it through the NOT gate. So this will gives you x, this will gives you x bar, and hold on. Yeah. So these two should fall or should go through an OR gate, which will give you x plus x bar, right? This may be the point that you didn't figure this out if you got this wrong, right? Or else you will be getting 2 marks for this. Did you got how the circuit was drawn, people? Just confirm me. Eka therunada? Right, great. Okay. So the third one, a tourist takes photograph of interesting places in Sri Lanka using the built-in camera of his tablet computer and save the captured image on the hard disk of the device. Later, he edits the image using the touchscreen and copies them to a USB drive. Identify and write down 2 input devices and 2 storage devices used in the above scenario. So 2 input devices. Tourist takes photograph of interesting places in Sri Lanka using the built-in camera. So built-in camera is going to be an input device of his tablet computer and save the captured images on the hard disk. Hard disk is going to be a storage device. And later he edits the image using touchscreen. Touchscreen is going to be an input device and copies them to the USB drive. This is going to be a storage device, right? So built-in camera and touchscreen is going to be the inputs. Hard disk and USB drive are going to be the outputs, right? So 2 marks if you got all 4 correct, like 0.5 for each recognition, right? So take it like that because we don't have the original marking scheme. This is something I copied from a past paper book. So it's better you go through, go with that, right? Okay, then in the fourth one, they are asking, consider the following scenarios. A bank providing internet banking facilities to its customer to transfer money, pay bills such as electricity and telephone. Why an organization using an isolated computer network within a building without any connection to the outside world? Okay. Is it a network linking a head office of a company in Colombo with its branches in the city? Identify and write down the type of computer network involved in each of the above instance, X, Y, and Z. So we are given LAN, MAN, and WAN. So a bank providing internet banking facility to its customer to transfer money, pay bills such as electricity, telephone. So since it is internet banking, we can use it from anywhere in the world. So it is going to be a WAN, wide area network, because the geographical area about that particular network is going to be a huge one. Because if the bank is in Sri Lanka, a person in America, a person in Australia, a person in Sri Lanka, India, anywhere, they can link with the network. So it is a WAN. An organization using an isolated, that's the important word, isolated computer network within a building, right? So no connection with the outer world. So we can take that as a LAN, local area network. So it's a small geographical area, and they can do the things with that particular network only. Yes, good morning. Did you brush your teeth? Look, my teeth are done. Okay, good. So go and have the breakfast with them, yeah? Okay, the EZ then eventually take the man, because it says network linking head office of a company in Colombo with its branches in the city. So yes, it's larger than the LAN, but smaller than the WAN. So it's going to be metropolitan area network, which we call MAN, right? So that is how the things are taken. So if all three correct, you are going to take 2 marks. One is wrong, you are going to take 1.5. No. Take it like this. Sorry. If one is correct, 0.5. Two is correct, 1. All three is correct, 2. That's how we are going to do. All right, then in the fifth one, convert the binary one, this particular thing to equivalent octal number, which is a very easy one. So how we are going to convert a binary value into octal? 1101010 1. So starting from the right hand side, we are going to divide the binary value into the group of 3 bits. So each and every bit, each and every group will be considered as a isolated binary value and will be converted to the equivalent decimal value. So if this particular thing, the first group has the place value of 1, 2, and 4. Those are the place value. This is going to have the very same. And this is going to have the 1 and 2 because there is nothing for 4. So now it is easy. When it is binary converted into decimal, you can omit the 0 positions in the value. Then you can add the place values which is below the 1. So that means 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 is not going to add. Here it's only 2 because 4 and 1 contain zeros ahead. So here 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. So 325 in octal. It's going to be the answer. Right. So if you got everything, you are going to have 2 marks. So for grouping, I can give 0.5 marks. For writing place values, I can give another 0.5. To have in this value is another 0.5, and write in the final answer with the correct base, another 0.5 mark. So that's how 2 marks are being taken. Okay, people, confirm me. Is it clear so far? Right, great. Okay. Right, moving to the sixth question. In the ASCII code, the letter A is represented as decimal 65, determining the binary representation of letter D. Okay. Now, first of all, when it comes to the ASCII code, you have to remember there will be only 7 bits inside the ASCII. So like as we learn in BCD, it contains 4 bits. In ASCII, it contains 7 bits. EBCDIC, it contains 8 bits. And when it comes to Unicode, it's starting from 16 bits and can be go ahead, like improve ahead, right? So ASCII is going to have 7 bits anyway. So you have to represent 65 in 7 bits, right? So the short form, the shorter way that you can do is, I'm going to do it in both ways, right? So what we can do is we can divide the 65 and see how it's going to be. So this is going to be 32 containing 1 and 16 and 8 no remaining and 4 no remaining and 2 no remaining and 1 0 remaining, right? Let me move this little bit upward, otherwise it's not going to be a good one. Yeah. Right, so your answer is going to be 1, 5 zeros and 1, right? So 65 means we are writing from top to bottom, right? So 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1. So it is there already in 7 bits. What is the short form? Or the short form is the shortcut. You can make a ඕගලන්ට කෙටි නම් විතරක් කරගන්න. You can have these place values 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. Right? පුතාල තප්පරයක් ඉස්කෝලෙන් කෝල් එකක් එනවා. Right. So you can have these place values. Then you can fill the blanks. Fill the blanks again. Then if you consider this as a matrix, කොහොමද අපි මේකෙන් 65 හදන්නේ? You need 1 at 64 and 1 at 1. So it's going to be your 65. හැබැයි මේ place values වරද්දන්න නැතුව ලියා ගන්න. දැන් ඕගලන්ට කවුරු හරි කිව්වොත් 35 හදන්න කියලා. So this is going to be 65. ඕගලන්ට 35 හදන්න කිව්වොත් 32 has 1 and you need another 3. So 2 and 1. So 35 is made. Right? So likewise, then 64ට වඩා වැඩි එකක් හදන්න කිව්වොත් you are going to take the other place value as well, 124. Sorry, I'm sorry, 128. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ 128 ගන්නේ 128 වලට වඩා වැඩි කෙනෙක් හදන්න කිව්වොත්. Right? මොකද අපිට 127 වෙනකන් මේ කට්ටිය පාවිච්චි කරලා හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So if it is easy for you, just go with it. Otherwise, just stick to the traditional way. Right? So our question is, letter A is having 65. What is the binary value of letter D? So 65, if A is going to be 65, so A, B, C, D is going to be in order. So this is going to be 66, this is going to be 67, and this is going to be 68. So you have to convert, all right, you have to take what is the binary value of 68. So if this is 65, how we are going to create 68? අපිට දැන් මෙතනින්ම උදව්වක් කරගන්න පුළුවන් නේද? 64ට 4ක් එකතු වෙන්න ඕනේ නේද? So 68, we can create 68, one at 64 and another one at 4. So others are going to be zeros. So this is going to be your 68. එහෙම නැත්නම් traditional විදිහට you are going to divide 68 by 2, 34, no remaining, again 2, 17, no remaining, again 2, 8, 1 remaining, again 2, 4, 0 remaining, again divide by 2, 2, 0 remaining, again divide by 2, 1, 0 remaining. Right? So then you can take it from top to bottom, starting from this point. So 1, 3 zeros, 1, 2 zeros, 1, 3 zeros, 1, 2 zeros. Right? So it is going to be your answer. So having the correct answer, you can have 2 marks. Right? So moving to the 7th question, consider the following figure showing a male sent to Pial, Najima, Meena, Tony, Kamal, and Asiri by the secretary of the chess club of a school. So we can see there is 2 recipients and 2 carbon copy recipients and 2 blind carbon copy recipients. So what are the relationship between these 3 things? The people, the main recipients will be there in the 2. The carbon copy recipients will be the people who are receiving a copy of that email. Copy means like there is no any changes in the copy. So it's the same one, but it indicates this is being copied to this particular people. So people are in the 2 position, can be seen the people are in the CC position, and vice versa. In the CCs can be seen the 2s. Right? CC එකේ ඉන්න කෙනාට 2 main recipient ලා කවුද කියලා පේනවා. Main recipient CC කරපු කට්ටිය පේනවා. But none of those 2 and CC cannot see the BCCs. But BCCs can have the visibility of the 2 and CC people again. And BCC people, the මෙතන දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්නවනේ. කමලට ආසිරිට යවුවා කියලා පේන්නේ නැහැ. කමලට ආසිරිට send කරා කියලා පේන්නේ නැහැ. And again ආසිරි can't see it is being sent to Kamala. But Kamala can see all the people in the 2 and CC, as well as ආසිරි. මේ දෙන්නටම මේ දෙකොල්ල තියෙනවා. Right? Okay, assuming that the mail was received by the recipient in the list, write down whether the following statement of are true or false. You are required to write only the statement label and true or false. Okay. Kamala says the mail was also sent to RCD, which is not false. Meena says that the mail was also sent to PL and RCD. Meena is in the CC position. PL and RCD. PL is in the 2 position, but RCD in the BCC position. Meena can see the PL, but not the RCD. So it is again false. Tony sees the mail was also sent to Meena. So Tony is in the CC. Meena is in the CC. Yes, that is true. This is true. PL sees that the mail was sent to the Najima. Yeah, PL and Najima on the main recipients. So it is true again. So false, false, and true, true. Let me see. Yeah, it's false, false, and true, true. So 0.5 for each and every choice, or like each and every point that you have written. Right? Okay. So moving to the 8th part. Second column of the following table shows some icon used in an image editing software. Identify and write down the correct name for the icons from the given list. You are required to write only the icon labels 1 to 4 and the name. Okay. So we know this thing. This is the crop tool. This is the magic wand, or in our syllabus, it's going to be fuzzy tool. And this is the clone tool. And this is the what we use this for, hand tool, which is used to have the movement as well, right? So now you can write the crop tool because you know that, but here they don't have the fuzzy tool. That is why they are saying it's like magic wand. And you know the clone tool, so you can write that. And the hand tool, I really don't remember whether you had the hand tool or not. Let me check. Yes, you can go with magic wand as well. Magic wand, so you can capture that. Let me see, the hand tool is there. No, hand tool is not in your syllabus. No. So I can give the marks for the hand tool. So this is getting all marks. And stamp tool, how it was. Yeah, clone is there. And that's the clone tool and not the stamp. Whether, let me check whether you got the clone. Yeah, clone stamp tool is there. Yeah. So it's like this. If you got any 2 correct out of these 3, so you can have the marks. Like you can have all marks for that. Right? 2 marks done because hand tool is not there in your syllabus. And the clone stamp is just named as clone. So excuse magic wand and crop tool you should know, right? So hari තමයි hari දාලා තියෙන 3න් 2ක් හරිනම් 2 marks correct කරගන්න, no problem. Right, the ninth part, consider the following two categories, A and B. Category A consists of some activities of the system development life cycle, while category B contains some terms relevant to the activities listed under category A. Write down the four matching pairs using the given table. Write down the four matching pairs using the given table. So it says coding, feasibility study. Yeah, feasibility study is not in your syllabus now. System analysis and design. Yeah, those three things are there. So in category B, interface, interviews, monetary resources, and programming language. Yeah. So coding is going with programming language. So one is goes with S. Feasibility study, it goes with the monetary resources, but let's keep it like that. System analysis, the interviews taking place, so it's going to be Q. System designing, it's the interface, so this is going to be P. So which left R with the second one. So one is S, two is R, three is Q, and four is P. S, R, Q, P is the order. Yeah, S, R, Q, P is the order. Right. So if you got it on this manner, you can have all the marks. So 2 marks will be given. Even though we don't know what the feasibility study is, we know other three things, right? So you can easily recognize what's going to be there with the feasibility study, right? Okay, so moving to the last part, the 10th question. Consider the execution of following code segment containing a while loop. Yes, copy the above table to your answer sheet and fill it using the value assigned for sum and n after the execution of each cycle in while loop. Yeah. So it's again what you call the hand tracing. And hand tracing have this new name called dry run, right? It's not actually very new. Dry run කියලා අපි පාවිච්චි කරනවා, right? So hand tracing for the first cycle number 1, 2, 3, 4. So cycle number 1 means we have to start from the beginning, right? So here we starting from the beginning. Sum equals 0. So we have 0 over here. Then n equals 16. So 16 will be on the n. While n larger than or equals 10. Now n is larger than 10, 16 is larger than 10. So sum equals sum plus n. So sum 0 will be added with the 16. So sum is going to be 16. Then n will be reduced by 2. So 16 will become 14. Since it is the very last line, we go back to the condition and check whether it is true. So it is 14 larger than or equal 10. So it is true still. So sum will be added with the n. So 16 plus 14, it's going to be 30. Right? Then n equals n minus 2. So 14 will become 12. And goes back and check again. Still 12 is larger than 10. So sum is added with the n. So it is going to be 42. And n is reduced by 2. It is going to be 10. And goes up and check again. It is still true, right? True unama tawa peliyak apita add karanna ඕන පුළුවන්, like 42 plus 10 is 50 and n will become 8, then it's going to stop. But your answer is going to be what is inside the table. And when you are writing things inside the table, don't show it like cutting those things out, right? කපලා පෙන්නන්න එපා. අපි අර කපලා පෙන්නන්නේ අපේ hand tracing එක අපිට clear වෙන්න. But මෙහෙම fill කරන්න ආවොත් you write the things, right? So your answer is going to be something like this. Oh, hold on. They said cycle number 1, which is not a good thing. Yes. Yeah, that's my mistake. Mistake means mama liyapu eke waradda. So they said cycle number 1. So cycle number 1 means things are happening inside here, right? So එතකොට මේ මෙන්න මෙතන ඉඳලා පටන් අරගෙන පහළට තමයි සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ. So I have written these two as the first line, right? तो මේක ලියාගත්තොත් වරදිනවා මොකද මේගොල්ලෝ cycle number 1 කියලා කියලා තියෙන නිසා, right? Please take that, right? So in that case I have to move these things a little bit upward, right? So it's going to be like this. So there is nothing wrong that what we have done, but the only wrong is the way I have illustrated it to you. So this is become 52 and 8. And the 0 and 16 will be the initial values of sum and n. So since they have said it is cycle number, so it is considering, as I told you, starting from this particular place, these cycles. People just confirm me whether you took that or not. තේරුණාද කියන එක මගේ අතින් mistake එකක් වුණා. Right? Okay. Right. So the correct answer is going to be starting from 16, as it shows here, 16, 14, 30, 12, 42, 10, 52, 8. Right? Okay. Right. So people, so we have finished the very first question. So the times is up, and yeah, have the marks. How many out of 20? So good that you, yeah, people who have got the correct answer, like Mamage Varadaganato, Himanadi, you have taken it. Well done. How about others? Dahaveni Prashne Harriet Karagatta, Anit Kautau in a Karagati. Great, Nalini. Right, good people. So, like, hope you had had the idea about the last question as well, and well done, Amma. Right. So then we are going to discuss the rest of the paper by next week, starting the very same time. Right. So until that, have a nice weekend. Right. We are going to meet on the next Sunday for the very same time. Okay, people. Have a nice weekend. Thank you very much.